Hey everyone, so we've got another video on the Polo today, and I'm going to count this one as a mod. So let's see what we're doing. Okay, so obviously when I bought the Polo, it was the Twist model, which I think is what they class as like sort of a low mid-range level for the Polos. So with mine, it had the standard sort of black wing mirrors. They were non-heated, they were powered, but they were non-heated, and they're just sort of plain black. So they have no colour coding to them, and unfortunately with the age of the vehicle, they were very much worn, very grey. They are very tired. Obviously it's a bit wet today, so it's kind of helping them a little bit, but yeah, they were very tired, very grey, and just not very nice. So thankfully a company called Wing Mirror Man were fully on hand, and they sent out a pair of colour-coded, heated, powered wing mirrors. So I already have one on the car. I thought I'd just quickly fit one just to see what it's like and sort of process and get used to it myself. It was pretty easy. It's almost just plug and play, door card off and done. So these are the ones they sent out. I sent them the colour code for the car from the sticker in the boot. They colour matched it. Their whole process is really good and really detailed. So once the order was in, I had emails at every step of the process, from sort of getting the cover ready, getting it prepped, getting it primed, getting it sprayed. So you kind of know everything that's going on, which is really good. So they sent these out. And like I say, I have fit the other one. I did it a little while ago now, and I have noticed the heated element does make a huge difference in the morning, especially as we're going through winter at the moment. As you're driving along, a lot of condensation builds up on them. Those ones are, well, that one's clear within 30 seconds. That one on this side still has all the rain and bubbles and everything just from overnight on it as well. So little changes like that. A, it's safer, and B, it just looks a heck of a lot cooler. I really like the fact that they're colour coded. Makes it look like a higher trim sort of spec model when it's just the Twist. So nice little things like that, and you get the heated element as well as the cool look. So yeah, let's crack on and see how we get them on. Okay, so when installing the new wing mirror, the first step is to actually get the new, well, the door card off of the car. So it's fairly simple on these ones. On the passenger side in particular, it's just popping a bit off here and 4 screws on the bottom. Driver side's slightly different than the one that I did. The panel that's here, it just pops up instead, and then you can get into the screws that are in behind. So on these, you've got this little panel here. Unfortunately, it does look like someone has been in there before, but effectively that is just held on with 3 sort of lugs as it goes on. So I'll show you now. On mine, I can actually just sort of grip in behind and sort of pry it out, and it will come out. And there's these 3 sort of lugs here, and they line up with 3 on here. So generally you get like a trim removal tool. I've got mine in there, but generally you get like a trim removal tool. It's a bit softer. I think they've probably gone in at this with a screwdriver, and just pry it forward, and just go up and down on this bit and sort of pry it forward as it goes, and then you'll get it off. In behind there are 2 I think they look like T30s. T30. T30 Torx bits. I've got these long reach ones that come with the Halfords Advance set. So there's 2 screws. I'll see if I can get a better angle. Okay, so a slightly better angle here, so you can see we've got the 3 sort of dowels that they go onto, and then we've got 1 and 2 Torx bits there. So we're going to quickly whip those off, and then we'll go to the bottom. Nice and loose. Okay, yeah. So they've definitely been out before with how loose they were, but I'm not too concerned about that. It is only a door card. So we're just going to get the rest of these out. Okay, so now we've got the one undone from under there. There are 4 screws that run along here, and they look quite small, so let's try. Yeah, so those there are T20 ones on that one, so let's get those undone. So they're only tiny little screws, like that. Okay, so now that we've got those 4 screws off the bottom and the 2 on there, the rest of it is just pulling the door card off. They're generally held on with sort of plastic clips that just sort of pop in. So it's just kind of pulling it away and getting those off. Can be a bit brutish. Try not to pull it too far all the way off. You're going to have things like the door pull will be connected. Things like the electronics for that will be connected still as well. So take that into account. Don't just yank it all the way off and just throw it behind you, because you will have some bits that are still connected and you don't want to break those. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this door card off. Okay, so our door card is off and floating. So that's one disconnected, just a little push pin. Just push down there and pull it out. And that's that one. So that is the throttle cable. That is the door pull. It just latches on into like a little housing. You'll see it when you take it off. And this goes onto the actual door pull handle mechanism itself. There's only the 2 connectors on this side, a little bit less than the driver's side. So that is our door card off. Okay, so as you can see, we are now left with our bare bones door. We now need to pop this plastic off the top left, top inner side of the door here. Pop that off, and then there's a couple of screws in behind to get the wing mirror itself off. So let's do that now. Okay, so just a bit under there, bit of leverage, came straight off. Okay, so now that we have that cover off, the next bit is going to be unplugging the mirror itself. So it's all sort of part of this loom that comes down, and it goes into this middle block here, this sort of yellowy coloured sort of electrical connector here. Just push down the top tab there, and that should just pull out. We are going to have to undo this wrapping a little bit, so we can just separate the wires out, but that'll be the next step. So I'll quickly get this undone, and then I'll show you the next bit. Okay, so by taking all that off, it just frees the wires up from this sort of trunking. I think that's meant to be clipped into there a little bit. There we go. So obviously that trunking there is a guide for the wire. So I have got some more tape. So once it's done, I can re-tape the wires back down into that sort of that trunking, and then the new plug will go in there. So now it's time to remove the actual mirror itself. Okay, so for this, it is just another T30 again. So I'm going to put the long reach on there, because it does go inside that bit. And you do have to be a little bit careful, because they can fall down inside, which is not fun. So I always find it's best just to have something up in underneath, just to make sure. Or you can use magnetic stuff, but I unfortunately don't have that. So there we go. There is the first one out. And the second one is just up in through here. And this is the one I did almost lose before. And if you do lose it, it will just go down inside the door, and you will be having a rattly accessory forever. So just extra careful. And there's that one there. Our wing mirror is now detached. But there you go. So all we need to do now, if you can see from the other side, is just give it a bit of a tug. Okay, there is our old wing mirror off. Okay, so putting it back, the new one on is going to be an exact reversal of what we've just done. So we're going to feed the wire in from the outside, in through into here, and plug it into there. We're going to tape it up to this, and then we're going to basically, that's effectively done then. Get the bolts back in, cover back on, door card back on, and your job's done. It's a very easy job, I must admit. It's a bit easier than I thought it was going to be. When I heard about removing door cards and everything else, it's a bit of a red flag, but actually no, super easy job. So a huge thank you to Wing Mirror Man for sending these out. It is really worth it. I think it's going to massively update the car. I really like the other side, so I'm glad I'm getting this one done. So yeah, I'm probably going to do it on a time lapse for refitting, but yeah, let's crack on and get it done. Okay, so we are back in daylight and the wing mirrors are on. So here is the wonderful new colour-coded wing mirror. And I thought I'd wait till the morning to show this because it actually shows the heating element of the wing mirror. So you can see all my windows are still a bit fogged up, a bit sort of condensation, windscreen. It's getting there slowly as the car warms up. And you can see on the wing mirror, it is clear. And you can see on the edge where the heating element isn't, where it doesn't quite, but it does clear about 99% of it. So I thought that's why I thought I'd sort of quickly do it in the morning now, sort of after doing that, just to sort of show that heating element working. So, you know, as the car's warming up, those will clear and it's ready to drive as soon as you are, which is incredibly useful without having to clear them yourself, etc. Yeah, so huge thank you to Wing Mirror Man. There will be a code in the description for some discount as well, and I'll probably put it across the top or somewhere in the video as well as a QR code, I reckon, to their site, and then a link in the description as well. But yeah, a huge thank you to them. It is a massive sort of styling point for the Polo, having them on both sides like that. It does just really improve the look of the car. It doesn't look as cheap anymore. You know, I don't know what it is about colour-coded wing mirrors, but it does just do something to the style of the car. So yeah, huge thank you to them, and yeah, check out the next video.